Hi guys, in this video we're going to be looking at the Coodercaster guitar, and we're going to be enlisting the help of my very good friend, very talented friend, Henry Kaiser, just to go through this whole thing. For me, it started 15 years ago when I built this thing here, and I just want to give a quick mention to Michael Messer, who's a great English blues slide guitarist. He had a forum on his website, which really, without that website, I wouldn't have been able to build this guitar here, because it gave lots of information, which was pretty slim on the ground at that point. Nowadays, you know, we've even got companies building the replica pickups. These are the originals, but you can easily get the replicas. And you know, even companies are building the whole guitar now. This is another one I built myself. This is actually, I named this the Coodercaster, which is essentially a Telecaster, but in a Coodercaster form. So that's why it's called the Coodercaster. And basically, I hope this video is going to inspire you to either buy one or, you know, convert your Tele or Strat into a Coodercaster. So without further ado, let's just check out a little bit of the history first on the Coodercasters.
The story of the Coodercaster begins with the filming of the movie Crossroads in the mid-1980s. Red Hot guitar picker Arlene Roth, who was training the lead actor to mime the guitar parts in the movie, came across Frank Frost and the Wonders playing together with Son Thomas in a juke joint in Greenville, Mississippi. The guitar player at that concert was using a 1959 Super Ozark, which was fitted with the Ohio string-through pickup. This spurred Ry Cooder to contact John Carruthers in Santa Monica to build him a guitar out of a spare neck and body he had recently purchased. He asked John Carruthers to install a humbucker in the neck and an Ohio Valco pickup in the bridge. In 1987, Dave Hill built his first Coodercaster. In time, he would go on to build 25 Coodercasters, and these all featured the Valco pickup as Ry Cooder had used it. But what was different about these guitars is that it featured a Tiesco pickup in the neck position. David Lindley came into possession of a Tiesco-equipped Dave Hill Coodercaster sometime in mid-1988. And it was after this that David Lindley suggested to Ry Cooder that he also change his humbucker in the neck position to a Tiesco pickup.
Hey Ramon, thanks so much. Great to be here. So everybody, I want to tell you a few things I've learned about Coodercaster type guitars and other specialized slide guitars, notably David Lindley type sound and Lowell George type sound, that I've learned over the past 20 or 30 years. And there may be some things that Ramon has not mentioned in his many fine videos on these types of guitars and how to set them up and how to play them. Okay, so the classic Coodercaster, Stratocaster with a Valco steel guitar or Super Ozark pickup in the bridge and a gold foil pickup in the neck, right? This is a modern one made by Waterslide Guitars. It's a Mojo Tone UK pickup, and I'm sure, as Ramon has mentioned, you want to adjust the pickup hole pieces to get them as close to the strings as you can. You do that with a screwdriver through the little holes on the Valco, and just like a normal pickup, the screws on the gold foil. And that's one of the secrets of getting the good sound. So there is a problem with these kinds of guitars, which is a problem that Ry Cooder did not have, because Dave Hill, who put his guitar together for him, for Ry, solved that problem. And that problem has to do with the Valco pickup being a two-coil pickup. One coil for the bottom three strings, 6, 5, 4, and one for the top three strings, 1, 2, 3. And these two coils hum cancel to get rid of the hum noise. So great, pickup's quieter, but you take another single pickup, you flip them on together, and 3 of the strings will be out of phase, and 3 of the strings will be in phase. 3 of the strings will sound very thin, and 3 of the strings will sound normal. And that's not so good. That's not the sound you want. A lot of Coodercasters people are wired this way, and that's the wrong thing. It's not the way Ry's was. It's not the way to get the best tone. So Dave Hill made a switch for Ry's that flipped the phase on one coil when both pickups were on. So it was hum canceling back here. Here you had both pickups, and there you had the gold foil alone. So in the modern world, like this Waterslide brand Coodercaster, that problem is solved with switching and with the fact that instead of 2 wires coming out of the pickups, like on the old original Valcos, there's 4 wires coming out, and it's easy with a super switch to flip the phase, and even there's a way to do it with a regular Telecaster switch. You can find that out from Mojo K or from Lowell in the US, both of whom make excellent Valco type pickups. Okay? So, if you don't have that switching, or you don't have a tech that can do it, what can you do? Well, there's another solution to that problem. Here is a fantastic Larry Pogriba Coodercaster with old pickups in it, a long scale. I've got it tuned down to C, and it has 2 volume controls. No tone controls, 2 volume controls. You have them both all the way up, and 3 strings are in phase and 3 are out. But if you back either one back a little bit, there's enough volume difference between the pickups then that the phase cancellation does not take place. Let me show you how that's done with this guitar. I will demonstrate. Okay, back with the water slide Coodercaster. Let me show you the tones on this particular guitar with the bridge, both, and neck. And you can see what it sounds like. There we go. So there are Coodercasters that are Stratocasters. There's Coodercasters that are Telecasters. Ramon has several of those, which I'm sure he's shown you. And my pal Knut Ryersrud over in Norway, in Oslo, he has one that I gave him that was an old one that I had 20 years ago, and I passed it on to Knut. And he made this little video for you to show you the neck pickup sound in his. Right now his bridge pickup's out of order, but here's Knut to show you his Telecaster Coodercaster with its neck pickup sound. So most of the Coodercasters you run across have the gold foil and have the Valco type pickup, but you can do different kinds of pickups too and get really different sounds. Here's a video from Waterslide showing what you get when you use the Valco type pickup in the bridge, and then in the neck you put in a Jazzmaster type pickup and it gets a different kind of sound. Let me show you that video. So, you know, Rye's Coodercaster is perfect for him, but it might not be perfect for you. You can try different pickups. Here's a Coodercaster that of mine that has a gold foil here, but it has a Lowell Chicago steel single coil pickup in the bridge, and I put a little, it doesn't usually have a metal cover, but I added this metal cover to make the magnetic field go over the strings. And what were those originally? They were Oahu Tone Master pickups that the Chicago Steel Oahu Tone Master that Jason Lawler copied or re-engineered to make that. So let me show you how this sounds. Here's another combination of pickups for a Coodercaster. It doesn't have the phase problem since it's a single coil, and a single coil. And I like the sound of this a lot. This is a great pickup. Okay, let's hear it. Another Coodercaster variant are those that have a different pickup in the bridge, like this old Rickenbacker style horseshoe magnet pickup made by Rick Turner. First, let's get my pal Jimmy Agren over in Sweden, and or Agren to pronounce it better, and he has a Strat with a very unusual set of 3 pickups, and he's got a real old Rickenbacker steel pickup in the bridge. My pal Rick Turner put this together a long time ago for me, and the guitar has moved on to live with Jimmy in Sweden. Let's hear him whip out some licks with it. So as I mentioned, Rick Turner used an old Rickenbacker lap steel pickup for that. And then he makes his own pickups, which is in his Model T guitar. This is an early Model T guitar of his, a very strange one of mine, a unique one. Has the Rickenbacker type pickup. And then it has the Sunrise pickup, like David Lindley uses in his Weissenborns, in the neck position. And it kind of gets that sound of David Lindley with his Weissenborns, and it can be mixed with this. It's got a 2-tech bridge, a strange bridge where there's a piece of metal the size of a Strat bridge for each string. So there's a lot of metal. It's a very heavy guitar. It's a very sustaining guitar. But it's another post-Coodercaster variant on using a steel guitar pickup, but a different one, and a different pickup in the neck. So let's give this guy a listen. lap steel pickups in guitars. Now, let's take a look at David Lindley's classic slide tone that he would do with a Hawaiian guitar, often a national one, and his Dumble amp, and get this amazing sustaining sound. Let's take a look at that. Thank you, Mr. Lindley. So now my pal Steve Kimmock, amazing guitarist, he has a Supra Ozark guitar, which is a regular 6-string guitar that came with this same Valco pickup in it that's in the Coodercaster, that's in many of Lindley's lap steels. Let's give a listen to Steve playing that. Thank you, Steve Kimmock. One pickup, less magnetic pull on the strings, a different sound. It's a way to get that sound. Here, a Scott Walker guitar with a single pickup that's made to be in that family of guitar sounds. I'll demonstrate its use for that kind of sound. With just the one set of magnets pulling at the strings, you get a different kind of sound, and that running on empty Mercury Blues, Lindley sound, the Steve Kimmock sound, you can get close to that with this guitar, and it's a special pickup that Scott Walker designed that's unusual, and, well, see what you think. So finally, let's talk about Lowell George's live guitar sound. Now, his studio sound used studio compressors, and it was done in a very specialized way. But when he played live, he played a Stratocaster that had a couple of special features. It had a tele pickup in the bridge, and it had a Alembic Stratoblaster booster preamp. And he played that into a red MXR compressor, and then that went into his Dumble amp, and that's how he got a live sound like this. This Stratocaster, which I've had for many, many years, has a really nice piece of clown vomit plastic on the pickguard that David Lindley gave me, a piece that he and Jackson Brown got together at the clown vomit factory that they visited in Japan, where there's big solid blocks of clown vomit, and they shave them off into sheets. But anyway, I have a tele pickup in the bridge. I have a Stratoblaster here. And to wrap things up, why don't we hear what that sounds like? And thanks everybody for listening. If you have any questions, you can ask Ramon. So, oh, you know, I'll do one more thing too, but let me show you this first. Here's this guitar. Okay, before I go, I have something of Ramon and I playing together, with me playing this Coodercaster that you probably haven't seen before. Ramon does these gear videos. He gets a lot more views than I do. I do these weird, crazy avant-garde videos, but here's a video of the two of us together from one of my video shows doing the song in the version of the great Robert Pete Williams, Louisiana bluesman, Louise, and I'll be playing this guitar. And I guess part of my point is, I could try to sound like Rye. In fact, here's a little clip. I'll freeze myself for a second, play you a little clip from a version of Down in Mississippi. Actually, I'll play Rye playing a solo on Down in Mississippi, and then I'll play a little clip of a live version forthcoming from this album by me and Ron Yamalov. I'll put those back to back. So let's hear that. Down in Mississippi, J.B. Lenore song. Boy. Okay, wrap things up. Louise, after Robert Pete Williams, by Ramon Goose and Henry Kaiser. Thanks for having me on the show, Ramon. Thanks for staying if you've lasted this long to watch me, audience. Have a good day.
Sweetest girl I know. Louise, the sweetest girl I know. She made me walk from Chicago back to the Gulf of Mexico. Well, Louise, what you trying to do? Give your man some of my loving, and me too. Well, Louise, boats up the river, out on the bank of sand. She never takes the water, I swear she never land. Louise, why don't you hurry home? I ain't had no loving since Louise has been gone. Somebody been fishing in my pond, casting on my perches, grinding up their bones. Well, Louise, what you trying to do? Giving some of your other men my loving, trying to love me too. Louise, yes, the sweetest girl I know. She made me walk from Chicago back to the Gulf of Mexico. It's the sweetest girl I know. She made me walk from Chicago back to the Gulf of Mexico. Louise, the sweetest girl I know. She made me walk from Chicago back to the Gulf of Mexico. Back to the Gulf of Mexico.
Thank you.